Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Pena and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field. It's Jordan here with Katie and Kasey as usual.
Hey y'all.
And we have a huge week between another incredible baseball series and the NFL draft. So Katie, do you want to kick us off with our Hot Girl headlines?
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, fun to watch the NFL draft. We were excited. Our Longhorns are kind of showing out. If you were keeping track, Coach Sark came to UT and his first draft really had nobody drafted. And now this year he had a whopping 12 players drafted, which is just incredible. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. You know, one of the fun stories of the night was watching Golden get drafted in Lambeau by the Packers. If you watch the draft, that crowd was just amazing. You know, as a Cowboys fan, I'm not a Green Bay Packers fan, but it was still freaking cool to see all those people there, and so many people are invested in the Packers in Lambeau. So that was pretty cool. Golden got drafted. Crazy fact that he is the first wide receiver ever drafted by the Packers. The crowd was electric. He was looking good in his like gold, you know, printed suit. And we have a friend Taylor who tried to put on his wife's or his grandma's wife's like golden kimono and tried to do it. Who wore it better? But I was golden on that one, so that was entertaining. But yeah, so again, 12 horns drafted, 3 in the first round. You know, 2 offensive players, 1 defensive player. Round 2, 2 guys drafted, both defensive players, which is pretty amazing. And then round 4, we had 3 guys drafted. Again, a defensive player, Gunnar Helm, who we all kind of love a lot, and an edge player, again, to the Packers. And then in round 7, you know, 2 guys that we do love, Cameron Williams, and went to the Eagles, which we don't love, but we love him. And our boy Quinn, you know, sometimes I loved him, sometimes I hated him. He's still trying to impress me, but yours went to the Miami Dolphins. So
I love Quinn. Quinn. So I actually will be pulling for Miami. Well, if he's the one that gets a legit shot, I don't know. I mean, backing up Tua, I think he has a good chance of getting some playing time because
I was gonna say
out all the time.
yeah, Tua likes to get hurt. So yeah.
There's gonna be a chance probably.
Yeah, concussion king. So
No. Kasey also knew that even after the draft, you know, we had a couple of players that were signed pretty quickly. So that's also really cool. So yeah, shout out to the Longhorns. Go Horns, go.
And the Cowboys did draft a Longhorn. We've got Jane
Blue.
Jane Blue
coming to the blue team. So
we love him.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was pumped about Blue. I'll take the next Hot Girl headline, which on brand for me, an NHL playoffs update. The only team that has advanced to the second round, and lucky for me, they're my secondary team, is the Carolina Hurricanes. Otherwise, the rest of the matchups are still going. Washington Capitals and Florida Panthers are up 3-1 in their respective series. Stars, Golden Knights, Edmonton Oilers, and Toronto Maple Leafs are up 3-2 and will play towards the end of this week. So those should be locked down maybe by the time this drops or right after. And then Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues are tied at 2 games apiece. But things are looking good for the Stars. They actually led in a game for a bit, which is great. So that's all I got for the NHL. I'll be watching Locked In on Thursday night. Hopefully they'll just wrap it up there.
Exactly. Wrap it up and move on. Well, my hot girl headline is that Tommy Morrison, one of the golfers on our UT men's college team, was granted a sponsor exemption for the Byron Nelson, which starts on Thursday. After we've dropped this, it'll have started Thursday, and is the tournament all weekend. So pretty exciting for him, getting to play against PGA professionals and just see what he can do. And that's where Jordan got to do this when he was in high school and had a great showing. So they always have that story every single year when the Byron Nelson comes around, showing Jordan out there like when he was 14 or 15 or something like that. And Scottie and Jordan are paired together in the first 2 rounds. So that makes my watching a lot easier that they're in the same.
I love that. I didn't know. Oh, that's awesome.
They're in the same group. So they'll tee off at 12:33 on Thursday and 7:23 a.m. Friday morning. Tommy is in the group. I can't say all their names. Hogard is the last name, and I want to say it's Bjornsson, but it has the THB. So that's who he's paired with or grouped with, and he tees off at 9:02 on Thursday and 2:12 on Friday. So hopefully he makes the cut. It would be awesome for him to make the cut. And then to lead into kind of our Around the Horns with our men's golf team, they had the SEC championship last week, and they were able to rally and make it to the match play, and then fell just a little short to Auburn in the quarterfinals. But they earned a #1 seed in the Reno regional. So those will get started next, actually, week from now, or week and a half from now, May 12th through the 14th, almost 2 weeks from now. And how that works is the top 5 teams, there are 4 regionals, and the top 5 teams out of each of those regionals, actually, there's 6 regionals, excuse me, they will advance out and for the NCAA championships. So lots of golf, good college golf coming up in the month of May.
Love it.
And I feel like a lot of that should be on Golf Channel too, which is one thing I love that recently you're seeing so much more college golf coverage, which is awesome. I wish that had been around more when I was covering them regularly.
Mm-hmm.
But to stay in the golf vein, Farah O'Keefe of the women's golf team qualified for the U.S. Open. She was a co-medalist in a qualifier she played in on Monday. So she will play in the U.S. Open near the end of the month. I didn't realize that she's number 15 in the world amateur golf rankings, and she's just a sophomore.
Bravo. Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know that many women's golf. Like you got to be. I think there was a Stanford golfer a couple years ago that left maybe a year early, but I feel like women's golfers don't leave early as much as men's do. So Texas could have her on the team for a while, which would be awesome.
Yeah, Rose Zhang was that.
Rose Zhang,
was the golfer from Stanford. She's kind of a phenomenon for the women's tour. But
that's right. And the women will start NCAA play in the Lubbock Regional on Monday.
Go women.
So that's what I got for golf. We'll be locked in on that next week.
I'll share some more around the horns. Got some stats here about rowing. Rowing hosted the Longhorn Invite on Lake Walter Long. Had a good showing. It was super cool because Spurs with Bevo and the Cowboys and a bunch of other spirit groups out there were out there to cheer them on. Apparently there were mariachi bands and food trucks, which that sounds awesome. So that's pretty cool that they made it a really good atmosphere, for everybody who works really hard. And so I think that's awesome. So they had their first ever SEC rowing championship on May 11th. So that's super cool to hear about. Also, fun fact, we'll get to baseball in a little bit, but at the baseball game this past weekend, the beach volleyball team was there. We saw them.
That's cool.
Yeah, Sunday they came. I think that was right before you got there, Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what? People were yelling at a group of women walking, cheering. I shouldn't say yelling. They were cheering for a group of women walking by that looked like athletes, but I had no idea because I just walked up.
Right. That was them.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's because they're the 7th seed in the NCAA tourney. I know I said this last week, but I just love it that it was it took 1 year, but
I know
they're kicking ass again. They'll face off against California on Friday. And that should be televised. I'm pretty sure one of the ESPNs, or maybe it's streaming, but I'm pretty sure all of those matches are watchable. So,
Right.
And that's at 1 p.m. So I will probably have that on while I'm working.
Yeah. And we've got more of our sports making their way into the NCAA tournaments of their things. Men's tennis is the number 3 seed in the men's tournament, and we'll be hosting at the Texas Tennis Center this weekend the first 2 rounds, May 3rd and 4th, Saturday and Sunday. So head on out there if you are in town in Austin. Weather permitting, I guess, do pay attention to that. They'll have to probably do some moving around. But our freshman, Tim Lakeout, on the men's tennis team has had an outstanding year. He's the SEC Player of the Year and the Freshman of the Year. So he, us having a Player of the Year is the 3rd straight year that we've had the Conference Player of the Year. We had Elliot Sparisi. I think I'm saying his name right. Sparisi. I never.
It's Spadiri. Elliot Spadiri. Yeah.
Spadiri. I always get those confused.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 years, and then now Tim Legout. So, and then Coach Berg is the Coach of the Year again. He was Coach of the Year last year, and our last year as well. Yeah. So here we go. So definitely hoping for our men's tennis team to go deep into the tournament and really have a chance to win another national championship.
Yeah, that's always a fun one to watch too. Or at least like the tennis national championships. Everyone's just so amped. I love it.
Yeah, they're very energetic and passionate. And so, and our women's team, not to be left out, they also are in the tournament, and we will be hosting at Texas Tennis Center this weekend. Theirs starts on Friday, May the 2nd, and then May the 3rd, moving into the 2nd round. So we've got lots of tennis action here in Austin this weekend.
That's going to be fun too. It's a good thing that there isn't a home baseball series though, because that would be
right
insane.
Right.
Speaking of baseball,
yeah,
is that our final around the horns? Is to talk about our massive sweep.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Massive sweep. I mean, it's always a little superstitious to bring your brooms out on game 3, but folks did, and we came back to win.
I called it.
You did, Kasey.
I predicted it.
We said it over and over. This team does not give up. They have a will to win. They are super fun to watch, and they got some confidence and some swagger, and I think they believe. And I think they want to win. I think it's like we already took the series on Saturday, but it was like, screw this, you guys. We want to sweep these Aggies. And it was fun to see them hold up the trophy, on Saturday after we already took the series. But I think that they still have a huge will to win. So, yeah, the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown with a sweep. So we can go around and share fun facts, fun stories about the things we saw and did, and about our players. So I'll let somebody else kick us off with the good stuff.
Well, we had our Max Ballew's mom, Diane. She was able to she did the toast for our Friday night start of the game, our fireball toast, as anybody that attends our left field antics or party knows that goes on. And she did an awesome toast. She did it to Snoop's Gin and Juice. She changed and made her own rap. And we, the Ladies of Left Field, got a shout out in her rap. It was really good. Mark and Jeff, Brian, X. She did all kinds. I mean, she had a full with
X's Gin
and Juice.
Is there a video of it somewhere?
I'm sure.
I'm going to have to bother Mark about it. That's so fun.
I have the legit lyrics, though. Diane sent me the lyrics that she wrote Jordan for this toast. I mean,
I appreciate so much that she put that. That's awesome. Oh, I love that.
She did say, or when Jeff introduced her, he said that he had asked her at the beginning of the season about making a toast, and she said she was not going to do a toast until the Friday A&M game. So she said, I will not do it until then. And
just so y'all know, She's a massive Aggie.
She's an Aggie.
Grew up an Aggie. She went to A&M. She has that ring, and she's now a massive Longhorn for Max.
Yep.
And I think she realized that this is the better way to be. But
well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
She was good, y'all. It was hilarious. And then Case, I should know this. Who did the toast on Saturday? I can't think, because then Pena Whitehead did the toast on Sunday, and she was also hilarious.
Yes.
If you know Kenna, she doesn't mess around.
Was it did Jeff do the toast on Saturday?
Not now.
I don't know, because that would have been Harrison's day. Were his parents there?
Did Tom do it? I don't remember.
No, Tom did it
Last week before.
week before.
I'll also say we went to Matt's El Rancho before the Saturday game, so that contributed to these memories being a little fuzzy.
Yes. Right.
That's funny.
But I'll also just add on, Kenna Whitehead's toast was hilarious. She's Ace Whitehead's mom, and there are possibilities of Ace, of course, getting better and getting back to throwing, and we're all hopeful and for Ace to be back soon and contribute all he can. He's a gamer, and we love that. But Kenna always starts her toast with, if you're offended by cussing, you need to get the hell on, basically. And she lets it rip. And she is so funny and so competitive and aggressive, which I love.
I love it. So I love.
She was awesome too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. What else y'all got?
Well, I was going to point out that how amazing the crowds, the whole atmosphere was all 3 days. Sold out. Friday, there was a rain delay. People stood in line in the rain. The people that had general admission tickets, they were not going to, not get the seat they wanted there in the general admission section. So that was pretty amazing because it came down hard for a good while. We had a little bit of a mess out there on Friday night, but we did our we persevered, and we came up with great ways we used the cardboard from all the different drink boxes and made ourselves little pallets to try to keep our feet as clean as possible when you had to move.
I did love walking up on Sunday, and I was like, what?
Why is
it in the ground? No.
Yeah, why is there dried cardboard everywhere? Mud caked on it. That would be why. And but just
it was a genius move though on Friday when your shoes are literally sinking.
Oh, I bet.
Sliding on the mud. And I mean, it is just a muddy mud pit out there. And so that also a saving grace.
Yes.
Friday.
And after the Friday night game, the drone show was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then to go back and see the pictures of the team all sitting out on the field watching it, that was really cool too.
A bunch of little boys. It was so adorable.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen some drone shows at DKR. This one was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just so close to us. It was right overhead. Everything about it was just amazing. It was so cute to watch the players just watch it like little leaguers. It was just adorable. And the whole thing was great.
Yeah. So it was definitely a weekend, and it was a great weekend.
And player performance-wise, Ruger getting his first Friday start, correct? And I was sad news, but it's also the news came out about Jared Spencer right after we were going to release this episode. So we mentioned it a little bit, but Jared Spencer is out for the season, having shoulder surgery. So Ruger had to step up and be the Friday night guy, and he was great. 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 Ks, but no earned runs, no walks. Grubbs came in. I wouldn't say I was nervous, but it was interesting to see that adjustment because you go from the Sunday guy to you're stepping in to be the ace, but he nailed it.
Yeah, Volantis once again shutting everything down at the end of the game. And I mean, I think on Sunday, Jason Flores amped up. Poor guy, just too much adrenaline.
Absolutely, that had to be what it was. Absolutely.
And but then Duplantier came in, did an excellent job. Kind of just relief there for giving us lots of innings.
Yeah. Dre was great. I mean, he was just steady and good.
So was it Sonye?
Sonye. Yeah.
Yeah. He came in some and and then on Saturday
win. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Saturday, Thomas Burns was like amazing before, so just, our pitching and the defensive plays to end the Sunday game with the double play, the way Kimball got the ball, shot it over to second, and then
Max Grubbs,
the pitcher was it
it was Grubbs at that point.
Okay.
Was it? I don't, yeah, it was Max. Yeah, it was Grubbs.
Yeah, it was Max. He came in for the last 2 outs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was Max came in. I mean, Max came in all 3 games, y'all. Just kind of wild. I mean, it was short, stuff on Saturday. Then Valentis came in. I think they knew they kind of wanted to save him. It was, again, like very last outs on Sunday, but for him to come in and just shut it down on Sunday and they did that amazing double play and him to play defense and be at first base and be ready for Kimball's ball. It was awesome. So
I feel like the SEC is just like, we can't keep giving Texas pitchers the award every week. We have to branch out.
Right.
We've got to give it to someone else.
And I'm being reminded also just before as we are talking about all this, that we wrapped up our Sunday with our family dinner at Chili's, our left field family dinner at Chili's.
Yep. Good time.
Oh, that was great. I love it. Both times I've been back for baseball, somehow the Sunday night has ended up at Chili's. And I don't go to Chili's ever otherwise.
We hadn't been in a long time, and for some reason I feel like we might be frequenting Chili's and now a lot more. So
yeah,
we really enjoyed it. It was fun.
I'll also say it was just cool just because our bats weren't super great Friday and Saturday, and it was like folks who maybe aren't as expected. Ethan Mendoza had an amazing series. I'll say Tommy Farmer / Tommy Rancher also came through with the bat. It's like, thank goodness for that. And then A-Rod came through strong on Sunday. So it's just cool to see different folks stepping up. And not to skip ahead, but did you hear the fun fact about our boy Winfield Easton?
With glasses?
Yeah.
I was about to say, is it about his eyesight?
Yes. And so apparently, has never had glasses or contacts. He was complaining about his eyes, and then they're like, goes to the optometrist and needs glasses. And then he goes, 4 for 4 on Tuesday?
I was just pulling it up to make sure I had the number right. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That is hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I'm a person who wears glasses when I drive and other times to see far away. And when I put on my glasses, I'm like, people can see like this all the time. You can see this details in leaves, and different things. And so I was like, I wonder if he was probably like, well, damn, the life is clear.
The world was different.
The baseball looks like a watermelon.
I was about to say the same thing. It's a watermelon.
Yeah.
Everyone go get your eyes checked.
Yeah.
I actually just had I had my eye appointment yesterday.
I need to do that.
Think about it though. You remember when this happened, Casey Clemens? Mark reminded me this happened with Casey Clemens, because I was saying I remembered when this happened with Michael Thompson in football, when Coach Strong was like, dude, you wear glasses everywhere else. Why don't you wear them on the football field?
Yeah.
And so he started wearing them, and he was, sacking quarterbacks and tackles for loss and all that. So, yeah. So everyone, athletes, go get your eyes checked.
That's right.
If you don't already. And if you wear glasses, but you don't wear them on the field, rec specs are cool. Rec specs are cool.
Cool. They're back.
That's great.
I'll say some other fun stories from the weekend. A lot of first pitch fun. All of us were kind of surprised. We did not expect Coach Sark to come out and throw the first pitch on Friday, and he threw it to Jonah, my boy Jonah Williams, who is also kind of hurt, and I'm bummed about that. He's get back on the field. And now he has some competition in the outfield, though. I mean, with Winfield hitting 4 for 4 and there's playing out there, but I still like him, and I hope he doesn't, can come back soon. But that was cool. Sark threw to him, as a 2-way player, 5-star recruit for football as well. And then Kasey had it all set up for our friend Brooks Kieschnick to be the honored player, and he had a ball.
On Saturday, yeah. He was our tradition honoree, so he was all there in all his glory. Brooks Kieschnick.
Yeah.
He was fired up.
Yeah, he was fired up.
That was a good time. Yeah.
Also, fun story, just so you know, Diane Ballou, our good friend, who does give us shout outs as well. Apparently, I saw that she had a competition with Hookem, our mascot, to do a splits contest. Legit, the splits. And she won. That girl dropped down into a straight up splits, not the ones where you go straight, but the splits, right? One leg in front, one leg in back. And dropped it all the way down to the floor. No problem. And Hookem wasn't even close.
Where did she do this? Inside the stadium?
Yeah, in the suite. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a great picture of it, though. And I was like, Diane Ballou, girl, you won.
Very good.
It's like between Irish dancing and rapping gin and juice and then doing the split still, like nobody can compete. This is wild. I'm going to see if I can find the picture to show y'all. Just
yes.
highly entertaining.
Well, I'm going to need to see that.
Kind of to go back to this team and their wanting to win mentality. On Tuesday night, said this, oh my gosh, that is a hilarious picture. That is, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Toes pointed and everything, y'all.
What an awesome photo.
Not something I could do.
Could not be me. Could not be me.
On Tuesday night, we the baseball team played preview and just, scored 11 runs, the whole 9 yards, or was it 12 runs? But just after an emotional weekend of the series, they don't come out flat. They come out and they still like, we need to play hard. They had great defensive plays, hitting the ball, getting pitchers getting in work, that kind of thing. So it's just, and it's 2 weeks in a row, two Tuesdays in a row after big weekend series to come out and play hard on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Especially, and that's nice to see too early in the season when after dropping some early Tuesday games that maybe they shouldn't have dropped, it could have easily gone the other way where, well, we just played our butts off against our rival to put us in a very secure position atop the conference. But we're still going to come out and play against Prairie View. So that was really awesome to see. That's a very good point, Kasey.
Yeah. And we have coming up this weekend, we have yet another huge series in the SEC baseball world. We are facing off Arkansas, going to Fayetteville, and it'll be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. And our good buddy Logan from Left Field had already figured it out that we could conceivably clinch the SEC this weekend. So he has all the scenarios here. We could win if we win 2 games and LSU loses 2 and Tennessee loses. We would win the SEC, or if we win 3 games and LSU gets a loss. So that we have, there'll be, if we take things in our own hands, we can pretty much get this taken care of and then just hope for something. LSU's playing A&M this weekend, Friday through Sunday, and Tennessee plays Auburn. So those are all big series. All those teams are playing well. So, anything can happen in all those. But I'm going to be, my guess or my thing is going to be 2 wins this weekend.
See, I don't want to get greedy. Now, after I said 2 wins last week and then the Texas swept, I'm like,
I want sweet, but I'm saying 2 wins.
I'm saying
because it is again
at Arkansas.
Yeah, it's in Fayetteville. It's again probably, I know it's like a broken record. They are the best offense in the SEC, but Texas is still the best pitching staff in the SEC. So it's going to be a good one. Those games, Thursday's game's on ESPN2. Friday's game is on SEC Network. It's Saturday is streaming on the app. Unless maybe if it's a rubber match, it gets like elevated. That'd be awesome.
Right.
But we'll see.
And shout out to the Longhorn baseball fans, man. I mean, like, we showed up this weekend against A&M, like 3 sold out games, just like coming super strong, loud, having fun. I mean, Kasey and I were commenting that like the A&M fans were like quiet.
Yeah.
And chill. I mean, I get it, after you lose on Saturday, but still, they were, I just think the Longhorn fans were like, out in force, and it just made it so that there wasn't many tickets available to Aggies, you know, and it was fun. So like, keep it going.
It was great.
Keep it going, Horns.
It was very great. Very great. So yeah, some more this weekend. I don't know if they have weather issues up there this weekend or not. So hopefully everything is on schedule.
Yeah.
Not sure with all this rain that we have around here, if that's something that's moving that direction or what the situation is.
Yeah. Good times. Good baseball. We love it.
Very good baseball. This is our best start since
oh Lord, forever. I don't know, since
it's our best start since 2004, but it's the
best start ever in it.
For 19, we're 19-2 or better is the best. It's like the third team to start that in the SEC since they expanded to the 30-game schedule in 1996.
Wow, that's wild.
That's especially thinking back to after that Louisville game on Friday, that very first game, everybody's like, oh dear.
Yeah. Now we're just dominating.
Bad weather chance on Friday. 50% chance of storms in Fayetteville, but the other 2 days look lovely.
Good.
Like Saturday has a high of 68. That's going to be beautiful.
Wow. Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Speaking of your baseball things, Kasey, I know you had an interesting nugget about MLB's top 150 prospects for this upcoming.
I did. That's right. Saw this today. The MLB Pipeline's top 150 prospects for the 2025 draft. Our own Max Ballou is the number 28 rated prospect. Jared Spencer is number 79, and Jalen Flores is number 117. So obviously they could move up. Things could happen. So, but that's pretty exciting for them. It's really exciting for Max to be that, and he hasn't gotten to play in a month and a half, you know.
Max is still top 10 in the SEC in like individual player batting averages too. I was like,
that's crazy. Wow. That's
I
crazy.
love that.
Well, it was so high. I mean, like, he was just killing it early in the season. I remember we were talking about it when we were at Mississippi State, and I was like, this is crazy. And like, then he didn't get as many hits at Mississippi State, and like his batting average was like still in the 400s.
Yeah.
Which is just unheard of, you know.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of draft things, I also did not see this story until today, but this shenanigan, and I mean, I know everyone's keeping an eye on Shedeur Sanders, and you have your opinions one way or the other, but apparently the Falcons defensive coordinator's son, Frank, called Shedeur Sanders pretending to be the Saints GM and told him that the Saints were going to draft him on day 2.
That's not cool. That is not
cool at all.
So crappy. Like,
yeah.
And it's just, so the Falcons were fined $250,000, and Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, was fined $100,000. But still, that's just like, leave the poor kid alone. He's probably already going through it because he thought he was going to go day 1. Like, that was when I read that, I was like, I don't care how you feel about Sanders, about Dion, about any of that. Like,
right.
This is this guy's future, this kid's future. Like,
yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, but Sanders did get drafted by the Browns in the 5th round. So,
which I found so odd because the Browns drafted Dylan Gabriel the day before, and
4 quarterbacks,
and they either 4 or 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and they already have Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco on their roster. So now you have 4 quarterbacks. So, I mean, I'm assuming that they've got this is a trade, you know, waiting to like make some kind of trade down, you know, here and coming up. But, you know, and you also, you know, it's the old adage where Cleveland is where quarterbacks go to die.
Well, that's the thing is like, maybe they're just taking a new tack and they're just going to like play a different quarterback every week.
Maybe so. Who knows?
So then maybe teams can't really catch on. And then
I know. It's like sometimes on Sundays with pitching, you know, you're like pitching by committee.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like we kind of did that on Sunday a little bit, you know, but maybe they're quarterbacking by committee.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Got to do something.
Yeah.
Gosh. I was just going to pipe in on the NBA playoffs if anybody out there is really into that. I haven't been paying too much attention, but in the Eastern Conference seems a little more taken care of. Cleveland, Boston, and Indiana all won their first round. the Knicks are up 3-1 versus Detroit, and that could be over by the time you're listening to this. They play Thursday evening. And in the Western Conference, the Thunder have advanced. Houston is down to the Warriors 3-1, and the Lakers are down 3-1 to the Timberwolves. I kind of saw just the little interesting fact of that is that Houston's the number 2 seed and the Lakers are the number 3 seed. And so they're not doing they talked about that. I heard something about the Warriors have more, Steph Curry has more playoff experience than the entire Houston Rockets roster in terms of playoff games that they've been in and stuff. And then Denver's up 3-2 versus the Clippers, and they also could put that away Thursday evening. So there's your NBA playoff update.
I'm still rooting for Luka individually, but that does not seem to be. I did get irritated. I forget who it was. Someone was talking about, obviously there's all the drama with the Luka trade. Oh, he's the generational player, blah, blah, blah. And then someone the other day on one of the talk shows was talking, Luka's not that good. Like, I was like, get out of here. Just be gone. Anyway, so I am similar to you. Like, I'm probably not going to lock in and watch, but I would maybe watch a Lakers game just for Luka.
Exactly. Yeah. Me as well.
Well, I mean, the only kind of interesting story from Major League Baseball was, a Blue Jays player made a really awesome behind the back catch on Tuesday night. Definitely going back to watch it, or you should watch it again and again because it was pretty darn amazing. Our show again with the Blue Jays. Like a awesome, dun dun dun, top 10 ESPN.
It's like he slipped and then saw the ball and
was like, oh.
And turned, and it's like he turned around. So I don't even know how to kind of explain it, but I mean, he was already down on the ground and then turned kind of backwards and caught it with his arm outstretched, like behind him, as opposed to being the way you would think that your body would be leaning. He went the opposite direction of like where he was leaning. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, and he had just come off the IL list, so that was another kind of thing too. Yeah. I don't think the Blue Jays won, but at least he had that memorable moment that could be the catch of the year.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, give us your softball news, like all.
Yeah, I was gonna say other Diamond Sport news. Unfortunately, it's not a good update this week. Texas got swept by OU. Whatever. Texas plays Kentucky on a Thursday through Saturday because the SEC softball tournament starts on Monday. So Thursday to Saturday series, Texas still has a chance to, first kind of bounce back and make a run in the tournament. I don't like it. They're still going to make the postseason. It's not like that's really in question, but it would be nice to get far in the tournament.
Is the softball SEC tournament a single elimination or double elimination?
I think it's single elimination, and the 1 through 4 seeds get 2 byes.
So it's like basketball.
Correct.
Okay.
So single elimination, top 4 seeds get 2 byes. Seeds 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 get a first round bye.
Okay.
And then 10 through 15 will play on Tuesday to continue on in the tournament.
So that'll be how the baseball one works too, because I know that baseball is a single elimination, so it must be just like that same kind of setup with everybody making it. Okay.
Championship game will be next Saturday at 5 p.m. So hopefully you're watching it. It would be nice if that's a Texas OU rematch and that Texas can win. They can do it. I know that they can. We know that they can. It's hard when you're playing in Norman too. So
right.
Anyway, keep an eye out for that next week. The Kentucky series happening this weekend, and then the women. All the games are on SEC Network. So anytime you click on SEC Network, you get to watch some awesome SEC softball.
We also
cover everything.
Yeah, we have the funny story about Bill Belichick, which is just like our social. We just have to throw a little social drama. I don't know, highlighted in some of
it is. It's like I hear about it. It's funny because I hear about this Bill Belichick stuff from my non-sports friends because, Bill Belichick is dating a 24-year-old woman. So that is news on its own.
Just to fact check, how old is Bill Belichick? Like in his 60s, y'all?
70s.
72, I believe. Stand by.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check that.
There's almost it's almost a 50-year difference.
That is wild. I mean, well, I'm
73.
Judge a lot people, but that is like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, what are you talking about?
49
common.
49 years.
Beyond here.
Well, and that girl is like, apparently, she seems to be the one that's running the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What? And I think that's probably what bothers people too, is that she's not like doesn't seem to be, obviously never met the woman, but doesn't seem to be like just going to stand there and be quiet and do whatever and let people talk. Like the reason this is news now is because Bill Belichick was doing, apparently, he says that his team clearly communicated that the CBS interview was only going to be about his book. Although CBS came back and said that they were never under the impression that anything was off limits, but the interviewer started to ask about the relationship, and she chimed in. Hudson chimed in and was like, "We're not going to go there." And so I feel like that's probably the reason why people are like on it and mad about it too, because it's like, oh, not only is there this very large age gap, but she also is chiming in and telling people what to say and what not to say, and it's like Bill Belichick.
So you living in Carolina now, is there a lot of news about how he's doing with North Carolina football? Or
Right, I forget.
People
in North Carolina football.
People are amped. People are so excited. Like that's going to cover the news here for whether he does really well or really poorly, like one way or the other. I mean, he's been kind of in my sphere recently because he's a huge lacrosse fan. So like everyone wants to hear about or see is Bill Belichick at the North Carolina game as he came to the North Carolina Boston College women's lacrosse game that was in Chapel Hill. So like big supporter of lacrosse. He doesn't like to do interviews about football, but he's happy to do anything about lacrosse. Anyway, but yes,
to see how he does with football in college, just because he was such an NFL, coach, and he doesn't like the drama. He doesn't like the BS around like NIL, and just like the players kind of have emotions and, a little bit of like, I mean, he's used to the ego in the NFL, but that's different in college.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't, I don't know if he puts up with that. And like just the recruiting aspect, all of those things that like make a college football coach, I mean, what they are. And if you don't like all of that, and then usually you go to the NFL where you can like, split all that off into other staff. So I'm just so curious to see how this is going to go down for Belichick. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know this to be a fact, but I would think that North Carolina agreed to a lot of things about that the people that he brought with him, the staff, that all of those people did all those things to where he's insulated and it's just strictly
coaching,
having to be the coaching. Like he doesn't have to go do a bunch of speaking things. He doesn't have to like appease the alumni that any other coach at any other school has to go do.
Which seems like an interesting adjustment going from a guy like Mac Brown, who is the epitome of a guy who does that. He fit that, he could do that.
Right.
But exactly, you're right. You got it. Like it's Bill. He doesn't need to be coaching. He's doing it because he wants to do something. So he's certainly not going to agree to coach a college team and then have to deal with all the other shenanigans that he doesn't want to.
My curiosity is like, is that model successful at the college level? Because, I think you're still like raising young people and young men, and they need parents need to feel trust in the coaching team. And usually it's like a relationship builder, and, and like just to not have that, head coach connection and have it kind of, farmed out to other staff. I'm just curious if it'll work and all. I mean, winning always works. So if he wins, like nobody gives a damn. But I don't know, y'all. I mean, as a person who also like leads a school and like, I don't know, like enjoys reading about leadership stuff and has done a bunch of research. Like, I just find it. I'm just fascinated to see what happens.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure y'all will keep up, but if not, I will obviously know because there's going to be no way for me to avoid it. So I will be able to update the squad on what is going on at the University of North Carolina with their football program.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's all we got, y'all. Anything else?
No, I think we
think
covered
so.
all the big stuff.
We're ready for one last little nugget. It is Kentucky Derby weekend.
Okay.
So this Saturday we do have the Kentucky Derby. So for all of you horse racing, either novices or betters or all that kind of good stuff, that's the first of the what's it called? Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Taylor, our friend Taylor loves a horse race.
Oh, yeah.
Love it, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean,
We should have had Taylor on just to explain like what the heck. Next week we'll get Taylor on. We'll do a little recap segment with Taylor next week.
I mean,
go say Mystic Dan.
yeah, he's already told us Mystic Dan is the
We'll see.
is the horse.
Is the horse.
Shout out to Taylor for his horse knowledge. Shout out to Logan Crow for always having our back with any baseball. Anytime I don't know anything, I just text him. I'm like, hey, we're gonna talk about this. Help me.
And also, Kasey and I bitch every single game of like why we don't have a balls and strikes simple little banner
Oh,
at the dish.
yeah.
I mean, like you can do it kind of right around home plate. There's already like a digital board there that's a advertisement and nonsense.
Yeah.
We know we have electrical power there. We like envision this every time. Or you could put it like right into the suites, like a lot of stadiums do. But we need to have like a ticker that's like balls and strikes and outs. And we don't have it, but thank God we got Logan.
Yeah, we have Logan.
He can turn around and be like, Logan, what's the count? He like knows it, y'all. Like it's amazing. So he's our little robot / I don't know, like computer out in left field.
Stats guy. He's
Yes.
I do still think we need to hire just a left field intern even to do that. Just give them one of those little like little flippy things they used to have in volleyball. We got to be able to finagle something like that. Just have a left field intern.
I do like this idea, y'all, because it could be also funny. Like it could be given to like the loser of left field from like the game before. You know what I mean? Like like you kind of went a little too hard, or you a little bit, or you were a little embarrassing, or So now next game, you're on the flipping the cards, and you got to pay attention, and you got to keep us updated because this is your little consequence.
This is a great idea. Oh my gosh, I fully support this. Okay, I'm gonna check Amazon for a counter. I just said you guys.
Your natural consequences next game. You got to dial in.
You gotta lock in, baby.
Oh boy,
Lord. I've been around the children all day who are not behaving well.
yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
Lovely to see you as always. And I will see y'all in left field sometime.
Yep. We'll see everybody in left field in another week. And everybody cheer loudly for your Longhorns this weekend.
That's right. And crawfish boil. Those are in.
Oh, yes. We have our crawfish boil at the Lear House on Saturday afternoon. If you live in Austin, it is a very
band Palooza. We're partying. We're hoping that the rain holds out. We're gonna watch.
It's a rain
to watch the game on some TV or streaming station and cheer loud. And we'll be back at the dish after that.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
All right. Hook 'em.
See you in left field.
Bye.
See you in left field. Hook 'em.
See you in left field.